Welcome to Alien Concepts, the show where we have a low budget and even lower IQs. My name's Cody.
And I'm Seth. I may or may not be a victim of anal probing.
By me. Today, we are going to talk about some recent things going on in the news as far as UFO task force and then look at some recent footage. Let's get into it. This is our first time actually trying to do this. This is going to be the first episode, installment, whatever you want to call it. So please forgive us. We're going to be working out the kinks of how this goes. We might try different recording styles to see what works best for us. That aside, we're going to get into the news for this week. And I think the biggest news is that the Pentagon is now establishing a new task force for the investigation of UFOs, or UAPs, as they're now called. UAP stands for Unidentified Aerial Phenomena. The UAPTF, the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force, was announced this week, and this is going to be led by Deputy Defense Secretary David Norquist. This jurisdiction is actually going to fall underneath the Navy. Now, a quote by the Pentagon about this is saying, the Department of Defense established the UAPTF to improve its understanding of and gain insight into the nature and origins of UAPs. The mission of the task force is to detect, analyze, and catalog UAPs that potentially pose a threat to U.S. national security. The Pentagon goes on to say that the Department of Defense and the military departments take any incursions by unauthorized aircraft into our training ranges, designated airspace, very seriously, and they examine each report. This includes examinations of incursions that are initially reported as UAP when an observer cannot immediately identify what he or she is observing. And this is coming from a Hill article titled Pentagon Launches Task Force. This was written by Tal Axelford. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this over to Seth, and he's going to give you a little bit of information about the Pentagon and David Norquist.
So the Pentagon has the authority over our entire Defense Department, and it's also the world's largest office building, fun fact. But they are also responsible for managing our defense budget and executing the Defense Secretary's priorities, which takes us to our man, David Norquist. So David Norquist is the head. The legend, for multiple reasons, but for, head of Deputy Defense. Anyways, back in 2006, he also received a medal for outstanding public service for defense. We also had the Pentagon openly admit recently that they had misinformed, as we should call it, America back in 2012 that this entire task force had investigating UFOs had been defunded, which technically now we know, oh wait, by the way, we actually had been running this the entire 5 years.
So what that was, I believe what you're referencing is the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, correct? The AATIP.
AATIP.
And so this is, the formation was in 2007, on record dissolved in 2012, but I believe there was actually still some funding. It dropped from a $22 million over 5 years. So from 2007 to 2012, the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program had funding of $22 million. After that, they were still operating on a budget of $500,000 a year. Do you mind if I actually jump in and take a little bit of information about this real quick? Go over to the AATIP and we'll throw it back to you. So, okay, I'm going to give you a little information about the AATIP. This is something that you're probably familiar with, even if you don't know it. This was started by Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid, like I said, back in 2007. Now, the reason I say you might be familiar about this is actually what caused those videos of the Navy footage encountering and chasing down the UFOs to come to light. The program was led by a man named Louis Elizondo, and I apologize if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. But Louis Elizondo was the leader and the head of this program. What this mission was, it was an unclassified but unpublicized investigatory effort funded by the United States government to study unidentified flying objects or unexplained aerial phenomena. So they were just looking at this stuff. And again, this is where the Navy encounter with UFOs videos come from.
We're going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west.
Yes.
Look at that thing, dude.
He said the UFO is basically going against the 120 mile per hour wind. That's crazy.
That's not LNS though, is it? It's not. That is LNS, dude.
Look at that.
It's rotating.
And it's rotating? Here's the final video that was leaked by Pentagon. Look at that. That's ridiculous how fast that is. Oh, he locked onto him.
I got a little distracted, so I'm going to get back into the AATIP here. Because this is actually really interesting. There's a lot of stuff that they did, a lot of research that they did. So I got a man named Stephen Aftergood, and let me go ahead and preface this. This is a Drive article, an article on thedrive.com, and this was written by Joe. I couldn't find the last name there, it just says Joe at the Drive.
Appreciate you, Joe.
Appreciate you, Joe. Hit us up. So, Stephen Aftergood, he was a leader of the Federation of American Scientists. He got a copy through the Freedom of Information Act of everything that happened within the AATIP. And a lot of interesting stuff happened here. They did a lot of research into what would be considered fringe topics. And some of the things, I'm not going to name all, I think there are 32 in particular. The ones that I'm going to just mention real fast is advanced nuclear propulsion for manned deep space missions. We had invisibility cloaking, traversable wormholes, stargates, and negative energy, high-frequency gravitational wave communications, anti-gravity for aerospace applications, field effects on biological tissues, which is actually another topic because I found another article about that. And through the Freedom of Information Act, all of these articles have been, or I should say all these studies have been released. So we can actually get in and look at some of these. But I mean, those are just a few of the things that this agency was looking into.
That your tax dollars are paying for. So thank you guys.
Thank us too. We're paying that too. But this is stuff that's on the books. It's been researched. Let me see if I can find a little bit more about this. I mean, they were doing quantum tomography of negative energy states in the vacuum. I don't even know what half those damn words mean. I couldn't.
We appreciate any of you sci-fi people who have any further knowledge.
I don't know what any of this shit means. Yeah, I mean, so this is what the AATIP was looking into. There was a lot of research going on with very intelligent people, very well-respected professionals in their fields were looking into this stuff. So, like I said, it'll be interesting to see what comes of this new task force. Alright, Seth, so based on what we looked at today, do you think that this is going to be beneficial? And do you think that we're going to be getting any new information out of this?
I think it's going to be very beneficial since it's federally regulated and they have to keep it open to the public eye, with the interconnected technology and everything. It's hard to keep things hidden anymore.
It's true. I think that it will be beneficial, specifically because this is the first time that they're being open about it from the front. Now, we know that there have been agencies in the past, AATIP, like we've discussed, Project Blue Book, but these things didn't come to light until after the fact. So now we know going into this that this will be taking place. So it's something that the people can keep up with in real time.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see the recent findings. They're about to be out of this world.
Alright, speaking of that, let's go ahead and take a look at some recent sightings. And we are going to be on UFO Sightings Daily, which is a site that I just really enjoy. There's some good stuff on here. There's some stuff on here, obviously. I mean, I'm not like a Dale Gribble. I don't believe everything I see. Although that being said, I do love watching people to believe everything they see. This site's always got some good stuff. There's some very legitimate footage. It's all user provided. And, shout out to Scott C. Waring for allowing us to use this, or anybody for that matter. You can see in the corner down here, we've got that little disclaimer. But, for being able to host all this stuff. So I thought it would be fun for us to just go through and look at some of the more interesting videos of recent sightings. I subscribe to a few of these sites, not just UFO Sightings Daily, UAP News, Reddit, subreddits, things like that. But
I figured it'd be interesting to come in here and look at some of these videos.
Wow, you're a hardcore conspiracy theorist, bro.
I am hard. Birds aren't real.
No, they're not. They work for the government.
They work for the government. Birds aren't real. So this video here is what made me want to look at this. Starting off with these pictures here, this is 2 UFOs in Washoe. Man, I hope I'm saying that right. Washoe Valley, Nevada. This was filmed actually about a year ago. It was uploaded today, at the time that we are recording this. We got some information about this here, but I'm just going to go ahead and take us into the video, which, as you can see, I have already watched. So let's start this from the beginning. Now, see, what gets me about this is these are stationary. I mean, these are 2 stationary lights. Now, typically when you see stationary lights like this could be things like helicopters.
Right.
But you think they would be moving,
Right.
Like,
there's no movement. It's literally just hovering.
Like, a helicopter can't stay stationary, obviously. But they would be going back and forth. It's very strange for them to be emanating light. Like, I mean, look down below the video. You can see.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'll bring it down here. It's very strange for them to be looking like this. Could be flares, but flares drop. They fall.
Yeah.
So this footage is really interesting to me. I mean, by the definition, unidentified aerial phenomenon or unidentified flying object, this falls into that category. I have no idea what this is, but that's interesting.
I'm just waiting for lasers to come out any moment. It's interesting how close they are together.
It is, yeah. And just the fact they stayed stationary for so long. This is really good footage to me. I'm a big fan of this footage.
What you got for us?
Speaking of Tom DeLong.
Tom DeLong.
When was this? This is August 15th. This was yesterday.
That's crazy.
How did I not see this yet? All right, we're gonna look at this one. We're going into this one.
Yeah, we are.
All right, so Tom DeLong of Blink 182. I have the name there. Not even anymore. Whatever. Posts cryptic message and disc photo on his Instagram. Shoot, I wonder if he's about to release some more stuff. Is this here we go. Can we watch this video? Okay, here we go. What's this?
You think Tom DeLong is an alien?
I think so.
I think so too.
Do you think the UFO's emanating that music? This is what they sound like. Okay, that was interesting. Sort of looked a little fake, I'm not gonna lie.
Looks like the UFO just shat itself.
Let's go back. Can we go back?
It's definitely fake.
Listen to that music, God, it's so dramatic. God, why do I feel like I'm running in slow motion up to like a boss battle? He has no possible explanation nor any clue as to this UFO sighting being real or not. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's probably not real.
It's probably not
didn't
real.
look too real to me. I was not too skeptical at first. I was, balls in, willing to totally believe, and then that thing dropped out. That didn't look too real to me. Let's see. Let's give a look at this one.
Where's this at? Cambridge, UK?
Yep, Cambridge, UK. Let's take a look here and see what we got. It's an 11-second video, supposedly of a UFO shooting out over a roof. You know what's amazing about this video
Whoa.
is that he had it pointed right there.
At that exact time.
At the exact time.
He was so ready.
Amazing, like he knew that was coming.
Maybe we have some of their people working amongst our people.
I kind of want to call bullshit on this one too.
I don't know. What? Go back to one of the
All
images.
right, let's watch this again. Because he says he's trying to record lightning, but that thing comes into frame way too perfectly. I don't know.
Go down to the stills.
Okay. I sort of saw a little bit of oscillation, I guess. Look at the quality of sighting. Perfect. Cool. Oh, no, man. That one's tough. All right, let's watch it again. All right, I'm gonna pause it this time. So, okay, I started out bullshit. Now I'm getting a little skeptical. We're gonna wait. We're gonna pause this shit. All right, I want to come back a second when it first comes into frame.
First appears.
God. I didn't see any artifacts on the recording there. Oh yeah, look right there.
What about
See that? When you pause it right there, it gives you that same. Okay, so check this out. Let's see. We're gonna come back here, and I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna do a series of pauses so we can try, because it's like recording a hummingbird. You know, if you get the right, or just any kind of a bird, if you get the right frame rate, you can still their wings. Or like when you're looking at a fan and blink, and for that moment you blink, you get the positioning of the blades. So I'm trying to do that right here. I'm going to do a series of pauses, and we're going to look at it as it goes across, all right? So you can see the elliptical shape here.
Right.
It's sort of starting to come into focus where it's got these, I guess, blades, wings, multiple wings.
That's interesting.
Like, there was a second ago. I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. I'm going to have fun and just say it is real.
I'm not, I bullshit it in the very beginning, but I'm not seeing any artifacts. Like, I wish I could do frame by frame from here. Look, see, right there. Here it is first, coming right over the top of the roof down there, all right? And it doesn't look like something that was added in post.
No.
For me. I thought it was at first. I'm not going to lie. Just because of the way it was moving, but now I'm thinking that might have been the oscillation of it, or the way that's moving.
He might have legit been trying to film, like, the lightning.
This might be legit, dude. I talk mad shit. This might be legit, looking at this. Because, there's no artifact. It doesn't look like it was placed into here.
Yeah.
Now, as we come across... Let's see. I don't know, man. See, there you go. And then that's where you get the... that.
Interesting that it would fly so low like that.
Look at that. Man, what could that be? Because look, when you look at it here, on this one,
there's no way it could be a drone, right?
Maybe. It could be a drone. I don't know. Let's see. Let's zoom in. Alright. I'm going to erase that. Look, because see, alright. So you look right here, and it looks like coming down through here, that line to give you an idea.
Yeah.
If I take that away, it doesn't look like it's connected through there. I mean, you can see sort of on this end, down the middle, it looks like there's a connection, right? But over here, I mean, maybe a little bit. So I'm wondering too, like, what, is this just a result of the recording, the frame rates? Because again, going back to like looking at the fans or the birds or frame rates, maybe it's just appearing this way because of the recording frame rates and how fast it's moving or the way that it's moving. Because when you look at it like this doesn't look completely solid. I mean, you can see through it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering what it could be to give that sort of...
I mean, it could be a trans-dimensional UFO that...
shit, dude. I mean, it could be. Let me take the drawing off and we'll go back out. Because, I mean, just it looks staticky when it's coming across, Like it's almost got that white noise static.
It's got a lot of energy.
I don't know. That's interesting. That one's interesting. All right, so I called bullshit at first, and after looking at that a little bit more, I'm not sure I'm willing to completely call bullshit on it now.
I'm not calling bullshit. I'm gonna say that's definitely a UFO, bro.
All right, so the first one, the two lights in Nevada, I'm in on that one. I think that was a UFO for sure. I think
either
that
UFO
was
or China.
I think that was something for sure. This one here. I'll go with it. I'll say, okay, that's probably a sighting. It's still a little odd to me that he's pointing directly in the direction, of where it's going to be coming from.
Maybe he picked up a signal or something on his radio, bro.
Look, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. The other one, fake as hell. I'm not in on that one. That was fake. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and call it right there. That is going to be the end of this because we've been recording for 12 minutes and I didn't expect for this to go this long.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, this is going to be way more editing than I was thinking it was going to be. Anyway, let us know what you liked, what you didn't like, how you would like to see this go.
You could be brutally honest with us because we talk shit to each other all the time. We appreciate it.
It's true. I was telling him too, is I'm stuck so much between really wanting to be, respected and providing facts in a professional way, but at the same time, I'm not that serious of a person.
Gotta make it fun.
So, let us know how you want this to go. We'll take the advice. Thank you for watching. If you have any of your own UFO sighting stories, let us know in the comments. What I would really like to do at some point is actually get a bunch of stories, personal stories. Sometimes, not everybody has the ability to get a camera out, but I would love to hear people's actual sightings or experiences. I think that would be really cool. So if you got anything, let us know.
Especially if you've been abducted and seducted.
Yes. Alright, again, that's it. We've been Alien Concepts. Let us know what you think, and thanks for watching.
Love you guys.
Alright, welcome to Alien Concepts, where we have a low budget and also low IQs. Today, we're... Gotta do it.
No, I like that.